I still remember the text that froze my blood. It was from her, my wife, Lily, sent at exactly 3:17 in the afternoon. Don't take this personally. Some truths are better seen in person. I stare at my phone, my hand trembling, try and make sense of words that seemed to promise a storm I wasn't ready for. I didn't know if it was something small, like a surprise gone wrong, or something that would shatter everything I believed about us. Earlier that day, I'd watched her get ready for a small gathering with her friends. She seemed different, not in the usual excited way she always had before meeting her friends, but guarded, a little too perfect, like she was rehearsing something I wasn't allowed to see. I brushed it off, blaming my own paranoia. I had been feeling it lately. The way she glanced at her phone a little too quickly, the little smiles that faded when I walked by, the sudden excuses about work calls or errands. By the time I arrived at her friend's apartment, my stomach was in knots. I told myself I was imagining things. Maybe I was just overthinking. But then I walked in and the air shifted. Her friends were gathered around, laughing, drinks in hand. She looked radiant, the kind of effortless beauty that always made my chest tighten. I smiled nervously, trying to join the conversation, but I felt like I was invisible. Then she spoke, and the words hit me like a fist. "Oh, look who actually came. You're cute, in a little boy sort of way," she said, her voice dripping with mockery. Her friends erupted in laughter, the kind that cuts sharper than knives. "You're just a child, aren't you?" I froze. My own wife, the woman I trusted with everything, was standing there, laughing at me, not teasing affectionately, but deliberately, publicly, humiliating me. My chest tightened, and I could feel my face burning. I opened my mouth to respond, to defend myself, but nothing came out. Words felt useless against the tidal wave of betrayal. On the drive home, the world outside blurred. I replayed her laughter over and over. I remembered the little things. The text she deleted, the unexplained absences, the way she had avoided eye contact when I asked about her day. I tried to tell myself I was imagining it, that maybe she had just been joking. But deep down I knew. That night I went through her phone. I shouldn't have, but my heart wouldn't let me stop. That's when I found it. The text between her and someone else. Not just casual messages, but intimate jokes, plans to meet, little secrets meant to exclude me. My hand shook as I read each one, a cold realization settling in. I had been a fool. The next morning, I confronted her. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just laid the phone on the kitchen counter and watched her face. "I saw everything," I said quietly. She looked away, then back, and I saw a flicker of guilt, quickly replaced by something I didn't recognize. Defiance, maybe. "You shouldn't have looked," she whispered, almost like it was my fault. "Shouldn't I know?" I asked. "Shouldn't I know when my own wife laughs at me in front of her friends while hiding this?" She sighed, like she was explaining a minor inconvenience. "You've always been so serious. You need to grow up." That was it. The laughter, the excuses, the belittling, it all clicked together. Every memory that used to make me smile now felt tainted. Every time she called me overly sensitive, I realized she'd been building her narrative around my weakness, not my strengths. I felt hollow, like someone pulled the floor from under me, and I'd been standing there smiling while falling. I walked out that day. I didn't slam doors. I didn't scream. I just left. I needed to breathe, to remind myself that I had value outside of her judgment, outside of her betrayal. The silence that followed was suffocating at first, but gradually it became clarity. Weeks later, I started piecing my life back together. Friends I had neglected, hobbies I had abandoned for her approval, dreams I had shelved, they all became lifelines. I realized that the betrayal, the mockery, even the heartbreak, had a strange gift. It reminded me who I truly was and who I deserved to be with. I don't hate her. Not really. I pity her. The way she needed to make someone else feel small, to feel powerful. And me? I've learned to hold my head high, to laugh at the things that used to wound me, and to never let anyone's amusement come at the cost of my dignity again. Some nights, I still feel the echo of that laughter. But now, It doesn't hurt me. It reminds me of the day I finally stopped letting someone else define my worth.